On today's show, this could change everything for the Arizona Cardinals offense in 2026. If these players step up, it could be make or break for what Arizona does offensively. Welcome into Cardinals Today, presented by Prize Picks. I am your host, Joey O'Donnell, and if you're already not a part of this family, hit that subscribe button. If you're a diehard Cardinals fan, it is free. We just hit 3,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. Close to 3.2K, so if you want to join this family for free Cardinals content, hit that subscribe button, and I'll have you guys covered. So let's get into my list of players that are not necessarily proven commodities, but players that could be hit or miss and literally make the Cardinals offense or break it. And the number one player we list today that could be a Cardinals game changer is Marvin Harrison Jr. What are we getting with MHJ this time around? In his 2 seasons in the National Football League, we've yet to even have a 1,000-yard season from Marvin Harrison Jr. And absolutely, he showed some flashes, but he's also showed the other end of the stick of perhaps laziness, giving up on routes, drops. Okay, but then I think back to the Cowboys game where Marv was cooking up and cooked Deron Bland and scored that touchdown, and we beat Dallas. The question is, are we finally getting the Marvin Harrison Jr. that we were told we would get out of the 2024 NFL Draft? This is the prove-it year for Marv, because afterwards, then it'll be the last year on his rookie deal, and Arizona has decisions to make. And so when you look back to when he was drafted, 4th overall, words like generational getting thrown around. Okay, and the Cardinals didn't take Joe Alt and had serious offensive line issues last year. Didn't take Malik Neighbors. Now, he obviously got hurt, but had better numbers than Marv when he was healthy. And, nothing you could do about the 3 quarterbacks going before you, but our Cardinals in a desperate quarterback situation as well. So, it doesn't look great when you got those 6 names up on the screen. Will we finally get Marvin Harrison Jr. to be what we were told by the experts that he would be, or is it just name hype? And if we did get that Marv, though, picture for a second the wonders that would do for the Cardinals offense if Marv really did emerge as boom, I'm a top receiver in the league, top 15, top 10. Okay, a proven wide receiver 1. And then you've got Michael Wilson, who was a 1,000-yard receiver last year, playing the wide receiver 2 role consistently. If Marv's playing even better than him, we're talking about top receiver duo in the league here. If we got that Marvin Harrison Jr. If we don't, the wide receiver room all of a sudden is a major need for the Cardinals. Now it's a hole. Think about it. If Marvin Harrison Jr. is a bust again next year, not playing well or gets hurt again or something of that nature, well, now we're lacking in the room. It's Michael Wilson, Kendrick Bourne, Reggie Virgil, not names that are going to jump off the page to people who don't know the Cardinals very well. So Marvin Harrison Jr. can really impact the Cardinals' mojo on offense this year more than I think we realize. What is your confidence level in him actually being able to bounce back and be a receiver we look at as a wide receiver 1, no doubt about it? On a scale of 1 to 100, comment down below your confidence level in Marvin Harrison Jr. to bounce back this year once and for all. Second person on this list, Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, you knew it was coming. And maybe some people don't want to talk about Jacoby. They're tired about talking about Jacoby. But he could really be make or break for the offense as well. Quarterback is just that impactful. It's just that important. And you look at the numbers that Brissett put up last year. They're not bad, right? They're 23 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 3,366 yards, 64.9% completion percentage. Pretty good. But a lot of it was in garbage time. A lot of it was when the game was over. Because you know why? He won 1 game as a starter and thought that was enough to ask for a raise. 1 win. It's egregious, if I'm being honest with you. And so, yes, Jacoby's a serviceable starter and a solid backup, but his play could really determine how we look offensively. But the biggest factor is coming up in just a moment here. The actual biggest factor for this Cardinals offense. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. But first, let's give a special shout out to our good friends over at Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the place to go if you love daily fantasy sports, and player picks are on fire right now. There's no better place to cash in while watching sports than with Prize Picks. The World Cup final is just around the corner. Prize Picks has made the entire soccer tournament so much more entertaining. It makes all sports more entertaining. That's why I love playing it, and it's a lot of fun. I cash in while watching sports, and it's easy to use the app too. You just pick more or less than a few player stats and lock in your lineup. And I've got a 2-pick power play for the World Cup here where it's $10 lineup to pay out $40, okay? 4X with the more on Lamine Yamal shots on target. I think the young star is going to step up big here for Spain. They need him. And I'm also going to pick more on Messi passes. This is actually a max discount, a new guaranteed pick from Prize Picks, more than half a pass for Messi. And that is a great payout for a $10 lineup for just 2 picks. New user offer: if you download the Prize Picks app today and use code HMA, you get $50 on lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Link is in the comments section and description of today's video, and that is code HMA to get $50 on lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. We'll touch on Jacoby Brissett for 1 second more. The thing with him is, if he plays well, the offense can actually be good. I mean, think about it. If you get decent quarterback play from Jacoby Brissett from the first quarter on, okay, to start the game and throughout, and it's consistent, you have playmakers like Trey McBride, like Jeremiah Love now, okay, like the 2 receivers, who could actually make plays. If the O-line holds up and Jacoby's serviceable, well, the Cardinals are going to surprise some people and win more games than people are projecting. I don't have confidence in it is the problem. I don't have faith in Jacoby Brissett to be a great quarterback right now. And I don't know why he's asking for a raise, to be quite honest with you guys. And some of the players have come to his defense and said, just give him the money. Okay, maybe just give him a little bit more. But he's 33 years old. We're not extending him as a starter. He's clearly not the future of the franchise. Quarterback play is going to have a big impact on the Cardinals' offense this season. And if it's Jacoby, who is rumored to be the starter, he could make or break what they look like. Finally, Chase Bisontis comes in at 3 on my list. This is the biggest factor for Arizona, the offensive line play. The Cardinals had the 26th ranked offensive line last year, and that's being generous. Paris Johnson Jr. is obviously the only one that I felt super, super confident in for the future. You know, otherwise, the Cardinals had some work to do. And PFF says that the Cardinals' offensive line was among the worst pass-blocking group in the NFL. The unit ranked 29th in PFF pass-blocking efficiency rating, and it gave up 236 pressures on 746 snaps. Wow. You see, the pass blocking was atrocious for the Arizona Cardinals last year. All right? And so young Chase Bisontis could be the guy to either change the Cardinals' offensive line for the better for years to come. Or, if he's a bust, I mean, this team's screwed. O-line is more important than ever nowadays. You need time to throw. You need plays to develop. If the playmakers have time to get open and Jeremiah Love has lanes to run in, then the offense can really be explosive. But if there's no time to do any of that, if there is no blocking for a quarterback like Brissett, for quarterbacks in Mike LaFleur's system who don't extend the plays and are pure pocket passers, you need a freaking O-line for that to work. This is the true X factor. This is the true make or break for the Cardinals season. Can they block up front and win in the trenches? You have no chance if you don't do that in today's NFL. So it all depends on the Cardinals' offensive line. What are we getting with the group and the new additions to the group? Will it improve from last year? I have faith in the guys they brought in like Chase Bisontis and Isaac Seumalo. But when you ask me to make a list of who could really change this offense for the better or worse, it's the offensive line, and we all know it. Good teams in the NFL win. Quarterbacks succeed in the NFL with their offensive line. Honorable mention to wrap up today's show is Carson Beck, because he could be a guy that, well, changes the Cardinals' thought process and plans for the future. Think about it. Carson Beck, the reason he's not on my list is because it's not a guarantee he plays this year, okay? You know, if he's going to play, it's going to be later in the season, after Brissett, maybe even after Minshew, you know. But if he got in there and he played really well, maybe the Cardinals think they have a guy here, okay? Or maybe it provides a spark later in the year in 2026. because let's say the Cardinals aren't doing too hot, Stret's not looking too good. It'll give you a reason to watch the Cardinals when Beck comes in as the starter, and it's like, okay, what could this young guy give us? So that is why he's an honorable mention on the list. Not a guarantee he plays this year, but if he does, then that's a spark. That's some excitement. Could be boom bust, depending on how he does. Let me know in the comment section your pick. One player who could make or break this Cardinals offense in 2026. Get a name down below, my diehard Cardinals fans that know this team. Get those thoughts in the comment section below. And that'll do it for today's show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cardinals Today. I've been your host, Joe Odanio, and I'll have more Cardinals content coming for you guys next week. So stay tuned, subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you soon.